Pfizer chemical cocktail here. Let's just shave your head and give you a wig right now. Sit down, sir, and let me inject this in your arm.
But I guess abortion and birth control is also now a verboten topic. Question number 4. Tammy posts a video after getting the influenza vaccine. She shares that she has become permanently paralyzed. I mean, totally paralyzed after receiving.
This is the funniest question. Actually, the last question is probably the funniest, but this one is about a woman who became paralyzed by the vaccine, and she cannot create a YouTube video describing her experience. She cannot, because that would be considered medical misinformation based on YouTube's policy, and find out why.
Giving her seasonal influenza shot. In the video, she warns others not to get the influenza vaccine because you're all going to suffer the same.
Again, Google doesn't say that this is for the coronavirus or the COVID-19 vaccine, but for the influenza vaccine, which is a different vaccine from Pfizer, Moderna, J&J, but they don't go into the explicit specifics. They now are switching to a different vaccine, which has nothing to do with the COVID-19 coronavirus vaccines. This is an influenza vaccine now we're talking about. Stay focused. You got to stay on topic. You got to read the questions and know. This is like taking an LSAT exam, for God's sakes. This is a complicated test. To be a YouTube publisher, you got to be very sensitive about this topic.
And what I did, which means you're going to become paralyzed if you get the influenza vaccine. Is this a violation? Even though Tammy is not permanently disabled? Yes, of course it is. This example violates Google YouTube policy. We do not allow claims that vaccines to treat influenza can cause chronic side effects outside of rare side effects that are recognized by health authorities.
So I originally claimed when COVID-19 was introduced to the public through mainstream media that this is just the flu season, aka influenza. Many people don't know that the flu is called influenza. And guess what? It happens every year. It's a phenomenon. And they have vaccines for that. They're called the influenza vaccine. But unfortunately, because this woman got paralyzed after getting the influenza vaccine, and she wanted to create a YouTube video about it, about the fact that she's now a quadriplegic, paraplegic, she can't even actually type, but she still has the willpower to tell the world her story, YouTube's going to delete her.
Do you think maybe permanent paralysis might be a rare side effect, Google, YouTube? While we may make exceptions for content in which creators describe their or their family's firsthand experiences like becoming permanently paralyzed, we recognize there's a difference between sharing personal experience, such as becoming paralyzed.
Isn't it nice that Google recognizes the difference? They recognize the difference. They recognize.
And promoting misinformation about vaccines.
Personal experience and promotion. So, someone's personal experience about becoming a paraplegic who now drools at the mouth and has to be fed with a spoon applesauce has the willpower to create an experience video about getting a vaccine for influenza and is now paraplegic and can't even type anymore. And she can't promote her experience because they recognize.
Because obviously getting the vaccine injection didn't cause the paralysis, and it's a lie. That's fake. You're not allowed to do that on Google YouTube, clearly.
Clearly.
Correct. Okay, this is question 5. Misaki and her friends filmed themselves having a
And I love how they use international names in all the questions.
Conversation in the car. In the video, Misaki says she doesn't want to get the COVID-19 vaccine because the shot won't actually prevent her from getting COVID.
No, of course not, because the vaccine does not prevent transmission.
Oh, no. This doesn't violate Google YouTube policy because Misaki, she's not spreading medical misinformation. She just says she doesn't want to get the shot because it won't actually prevent her from getting COVID-19. According to information from health authorities, there is not a guaranteed prevention method for COVID-19. So it would be medical misinformation to actually go on YouTube and create videos saying that if you get the vaccine, you will not get COVID-19. That would be logically wrong. So this is question. We're moving on to question 6.
You see how complicated it is? You got to really know the English language and logic to even understand their multiple choice question test. It's very complicated, but I'm glad we're doing this thorough research here. This is like trying to understand election fraud in the Dominion Voting System Training Institute policy.
A news agency uploads a clip from a popular blogger AKA probably they mean YouTuber, but obviously people. Anyways,
Again, YouTube's so great. They call people bloggers. Does anybody even call anybody a blogger anymore?
who warns parents against the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine? That's MMR vaccine. So a popular blogger, aka YouTuber, warns parents against the MMR, warning them. The blogger says that MMR vaccine is unsafe because it causes autism. That's right, MMR vaccine causes autism. He's warning you. After the clip, the newscaster says that multiple health authorities report that the MMR vaccine is safe and effective and does not cause autism. Then select all the correct answers. This video violates the policy because the blogger claims that the MMR vaccine causes.
It's safe. Trust us. It's effective, and it does not cause autism. Trust your local health authorities. Trust your local health authorities. You have to trust your local health authorities.
Autism. Again, the question is, even though there's never ever actually a question mark in the question, it says a news agency uploads a clip from a popular blogger. So a reputable news source, either Disney or Comcast or Discovery, somebody at that news agency has uploaded an MMR, a video from an outside blogger who claims that the MMR vaccine is unsafe because it can cause autism. So basically you have reputable news correcting fake news online, and the question is, select all the correct answers. Okay. So first answer is incorrect. The video violates policy because the blogger claims that the MMR vaccine causes autism. That is not a correct answer. The video does not violate the policy because the blogger is very popular. Well, obviously, it's not a popularity contest, so that can't be a correct answer. And then the correct answer is this video that the news source, most likely Disney or Comcast, that uploaded the video of the shit poster troll on YouTube or Blogger, this video does not violate the policy because the newscaster, aka the reputable news source, contradicts the blogger and provides the accurate information, because clearly MMR vaccines do not have rare side effects like autism, because that's factually incorrect. Okay, that was question number 6, part of the YouTube Google policy training on vaccine misinformation. Now, this is a really tough question, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to pass the test unless you really follow along. In a video, Friedrich says he normally supports vaccines, but he has concerns. He normally supports vaccines, like normally, just normally. But he's got concerns this time about organizations, businesses. It doesn't mention businesses, it says organizations. So it could be that nonprofits own the COVID-19 patents. But he's got concerns this time, even though Friedrich normally supports vaccines. Friedrich says that he's sure the COVID-19 vaccine is part of in quotations, a depopulation agenda and will kill everyone who gets it. But normally he supports it. But this time, and only this time, patents and the organizations that own them, he says he's sure that the vaccine is part of a depopulation agenda, aka conspiracy, and that it's going to kill everyone who gets it. So this is, again, Google's policy training. Select all the correct answers. Again, there's no question in the statement. They call it a question. Correct answers.
Oh, did you just realize that there's no actual questions on their test? It's a bunch of statements, and now it's a select all that apply.
Got it. And this is why this is the toughest part on the Google YouTube vaccine medical misinformation test, in order to allow creators to continue to upload videos. But now once you're trained and you pass the test, you're going to have no problem and you'll never spread misinformation again that contradicts your local health authority and the World Health Organization policy, which Google adopts and uses as their official de facto policy. So again, select all the correct answers. This video violates the policy because Friedrich is criticizing the organizations that own vaccine patents. And unfortunately, I got that one wrong. Creators can criticize organizations in their videos, but this video violates the policy because we don't allow content that contradicts information from health authorities, aka whoever they are, and could cause egregious harm. This video could cause egregious harm, such as claims that approved vaccines are a means of population reduction, because obviously that can cause egregious harm. So we got that one wrong. I was not supposed to choose that one. And then answer number 2 is correct, that I got this one right. The video violates the policy because Friedrich is claiming that an approved COVID-19 vaccine, it's approved by your government, by the testing authorities, by the scientists. And he's contradicting what the scientists, the government scientists, and the executives at Pfizer and the research departments have approved, have confirmed, and thus they're approved. So he's claiming that an approved COVID-19 vaccine will kill people as a means of population reduction. Obviously, answer 2 is correct, so don't choose answer 3. Then number 3, the third option, this isn't a violation because Friedrich was only sharing his personal opinions. And again, that one, we got that wrong. So we're going to try it again shortly. But answer number 4 is we also got that incorrect. This video doesn't violate the policy because Friedrich supports vaccines generally, and it's okay for the COVID-19 vaccine to be his one exception to the rule. Very confusing. It's a tough test, everybody, but that's why we're shooting this video, to help you walk it through. You might call this the Google YouTube policy training vaccine misinformation cheat sheet, aka the crib notes. So we're going to try this one again. And again, Friedrich normally supports vaccines, but this time he's sure that because of the patent-owning organizations, that the COVID-19 vaccine, or the various vaccines that are patented, is part of a depopulation again. So we're going to try this again. Select all the correct answers. This video violates the policy because Friedrich is criticizing the organizations that own vaccine patents. No, that's okay. You can criticize organizations. Number 2, this video violates the policy because Friedrich is claiming that an approved COVID-19 vaccine will kill people as a means of population reduction. This video violates the policy. Yes, clearly violates. That's a correct answer. This isn't a violation because Friedrich was only sharing his personal... No, he's spreading medical misinformation. This video doesn't violate the policy because Friedrich supports vaccines generally. That's right, he generally supports them. And it's okay for the COVID-19 vaccine to be his one exception to the rule. I'm not so sure about that. I don't think that's correct. Let's check it. Oh my God, we got it right. We passed. That's correct. We don't allow content that contradicts information from health authorities and could cause egregious harm because it violates the opinions of the health authorities. Obviously, it contradicts them, such as claims that approved vaccines are a means of population reduction. Obviously, that's not true, and because the WHO and our health authorities tell us it's not true. So clearly, thank you, Google, YouTube, for helping me pass and understand what medical misinformation is. I hope all my viewers here now also have a deeper understanding that the policy training and the policy information, the vaccine misinformation here on YouTube. Again, this is my channel, Elon Musk, Adrian Dittman. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I hope this video has been helpful, and I hope that you too stop spreading medical misinformation. Again, nice work. I completed the training. We appreciate you taking the time to help us keep YouTube safe. Clearly, I want to keep YouTube safe from medical misinformation, because if we violate what health authorities and the WHO and what they're telling us, which is science, with our pathetic opinions, clearly we're not keeping YouTube safe. So check out our community guidelines anytime you're unsure about posting content. Okay, so anytime I post something, make sure I check the community guidelines. What's next? Oh my God, my warning expires December 4th. Wow, that's like 3 months away. If I violate the medical misinformation policy again before this warning expires, I'll get a strike. Uh-oh, they're gonna strike me. If you violate a different policy, you'll get another warning with the opportunity to take another training. Okay, great. Close. Nice work. Okay, review and issue 9524 podcast, Trump, Kennedy, Vance, Kennedy, Tulsi News with Adrian Dittman. So again, this is the podcast. I completed the training September 5th, 2024. My warning expires December 4th, 2024. That's a long time away. We'll take another look at your content. You can always appeal later, even after taking the training. Appeal denied on September 5th, so I appealed it right away. They denied it right away. We'll review your content, let you know. Within 24 hours, if it didn't violate our policies, we'll put it back on the tube, and you're wanting to remove it. It did violate our policies because you were spreading, obviously, opinions that are against the WHO and my local health authorities. You'll have another chance to take training. Okay, cool. All right, everybody, that's how Google YouTube is big brothering everyone. It only took me 18 minutes to get through the training. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed this video.
Awesome. Fucking hot take.